right, good morning, everybody. Hope y'all having a great morning so far. You already know who it is. It's your favorite track star, Javon Hutchinson, checking in for the morning motivation call. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend, and I already know this is going to be a great weekend. It was a great week, right? So what we're going to talk about today is, as you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you drop those 3 things that you're grateful for. It's definitely, very important to, always start each morning with gratitude. And definitely want to do that in the chats right now. So what we're going to talk about today, some of you got on a little bit earlier, you were taking a look at, David Imonitia, and he was talking about thriving versus surviving, right? I thought that was a great message. If you aren't already a part of Believe Nation, definitely you guys want to make sure that you guys go ahead and get inside Believe Nation. We have some amazing things happening over there, right? So you definitely want to, let me actually see, copy, there we go. So you definitely want to make sure you get a part of Believe Nation. There's some amazing thing happening. You have, Mr. David Imonitia, who's already part of our organization, but also has taken this thing global and really talking about believing. It's really a community where you can come inside and really listen to this type of information over and over all throughout the week. He has goals. There's there's daily challenges and things like that that you can do to stay on the right track. So definitely, if you're not already, go ahead. There's a link right there that you can all select and join Believe Nation, all right? So what we're going to talk about today is looking at yourself, right? Self-reflection and goal setting, right? So I actually sent a message out to some of my team this morning, really talking about what do you want? What are your goals, right? And when we're thinking about your goals, right? Think about 2020. Everybody, we said 2020 was going to be our year. The world said 2020 is going to be our year. But some things started to happen, right? You got coronavirus, you got people dying, you got a lot of stuff happening all around the world, and people quickly shifted their mindset, right? Kobe, there's like so many things that have happened. But the thing is, we don't realize that this happens every year, right? There's always some type of pandemic. There's always somebody passing. There's always things that are happening in everybody's lives, right? And you really got to think about, am I going to let these singular things that are happening really affect my entire year, right? The year is 12 months long, right? What are the things that I'm focusing on? Am I focusing on the things that aren't going my way, the things that I didn't want to happen? Or am I focusing on the opportunities, right? The things that can happen for me, whatever that may be in your life, whether it's the opportunity to get closer to family, the opportunity to spend more time with your kids, the opportunity to take a step back and really decide what it is you want in life, right? Whatever that thing may be, always make sure you're seeing the opportunity versus just the struggle, right? So 2020 is really about, I put this post up yesterday, giving you back the vision that was lost. So think about, as we're going throughout the year, right? What is that thing that I said was my goal on January 1st, my New Year's resolution? What's the thing that I wanted to have done by December 31st? And am I really on track to get that, right? What are my values? And I really love, and let me actually take a step back right here. I really want to go through what David was talking about. He was doing some definitions, and you guys know that he loves to use the dictionary, and it's becoming really a favorite thing of mine as well, really going through and really dissecting words, right? And when he does that, he first talks about thriving, right? And thriving, and let me actually get the dictionary up. Let's go to google.com, and I want you guys to just see, and then we'll get into exactly what it is I was about to talk about, right? So let's define right there, define thrive. There we go. And when it says thrive, right, we're talking about flourishing or prospering. And let's get a little bit deeper into that definition. Let's go to Webster, right? That's the dictionary we all use. So to thrive is to gain in wealth or possessions, to grow vigorously, to progress toward or realize a goal despite or because of circumstances, often used with on, right? So I really like that third definition right there. To progress towards or realize a goal despite or because of circumstances, right? So when we really think about that, your goal really has nothing to do or everything to do with what your current circumstances are, but that all really depends on you and how you're looking at it, right? If you're looking at the things that you're going through as a challenge and I'm not going to be able to make it through this, then that's not because of you, right? You're really the opposite of thriving. You're just surviving through whatever that thing might be. And then he went to flourish, right? Flourish, right? There we go. To grow luxuriously, right? Luxuriously. To be in a state or activity of production, to reach a height or development of influence, right? And again, this is something that you're continuously doing. You're growing. And all this happens because of the environment that you have. Now, we always talk about our environment, the things that we see, the people that we are with, the things that you say to yourself on a consistent basis. But what are those? I want you guys to be honest for a moment. Now, you don't have to put it in the chat, but think about those goals that we just talked about, whatever that might be for you in your life. And think, are you progressing towards it? Everybody, majority of the people on here, if you're a trader, right? Did you watch all the training videos? Did you rewatch all of the training videos, right? Did you close that trade too early or earlier than you were supposed to? Or did you jump the gun and get in the trade too early before you had all of your confirmations met, right? Did you maybe take half of the trade or not take partial profits when you were up and maybe not move your stop loss, right? If your goal was to grow your account and you're not doing those things, are you really doing everything that you deserve to get the goal that you said that you want, right? And think about it on the business side. Did I call everybody on my phone, right? Did I talk to all the people that needed to be talked to? Whatever that goal might be, this applies to relationships. This applies to activities, right? If you want a better body, if you want to be healthier, right? Are you eating the right things? When you go to the store, are you picking up the things that you want or the things that you need that are directly in line with the goal that you said that you want, right? So you got to really think about, am I doing everything I need to be doing, or does it just sound good, right? Does it just sound good to have that goal? Or I know I said I was going to be in shape next month, but see Corona and, it's just so hard to eat the right things right now. And no, it should be the easiest time in the world. You have 100% control over your environment, right? If your environment determines your success, then don't put things in your environment that aren't conducive to your success, right? Whether that's TV, whether that's talking to certain people that puts you in a bad mood, whether that's whatever it might be in your personal life, right? There's something that you either need to remove or you need to add into that environment. And there are things that you need to do every single day to get to where you want to go, right? If you want to grow that account, there are certain things you need to do every single day to make sure it's growing. Now, that might not particularly be in the markets, but that might be growing your financial mind, right? That might be growing your patience. On the business side, that's going to be prospecting. Are you prospecting at least 2 or 3 people per day? Are you posting on social media? Whatever that might be. If your chairman flyer dropped today, would you be surprised? Would other people be surprised? And would you even be able to maintain if that dropped today, would you even be able to maintain that volume, right? Think about that. What are the daily activities that you have? Are you saying your goals every day? Are you asking for the help that you need? And are you taking the necessary steps? Do you talk to the person that you say is your mentor or the person who's supposed to be guiding you through this process? Are you talking to them and truly asking for a game plan, or better yet, coming up with a game plan and letting them hold you accountable for what you say that you want? That's the first thing, right? Are you writing your goals? Writing is so powerful. You guys already know. You got to see it to believe it, and then you got to speak it. But you can't speak what you don't see, and you don't see what you don't write. So you got to write the things that you say you want every single day. And then you have to read it every single day. I'm so happy and grateful now that 30 new chairmen are popping in the RetiredIn365, that 50 new chairmen are coming out of RetiredIn365. I'm so happy and grateful now that my bank account reflects my 6 figures and up, right? Whatever that thing might be for you, are you writing it? And are you having the right emotions behind you writing it? Are you just writing it just to write it? Or do you actually have faith and believe that it's done, right? And faith requires what? You got to believe in the things that are unseen. But it's actually, you see other people having these results, so you just got to believe it's going to happen for you, right? But if you don't believe it's going to happen, you're not going to take the necessary steps to get to that next level, right? If you don't believe, what are you not going to do? You're not going to risk properly in the markets. You're not going to talk to 2 to 3 people per day. You're not going to show up to the calls, right? So you got to make sure that you have faith, but you also have action behind that faith. Otherwise, your faith is in vain, right? You got to see your goals every day. We talk about success environment. If you don't see it, if you don't have a whiteboard, if you don't have sticky notes or your goals all in front of you all the time, what are you doing, right? You hear this every single day, but it has to click at some point. All right, I'm not getting what I want. I'm not getting the type of results that I want. Let me try the thing that's working for people all over the world, the thing that's working for the people right here in this group, right? If it's not working the way that you want it to happen, exchange your mentality for the mentality of those that it is working for, right? You know, I heard Mr. Gary McSween say this when we were up at I Am Convention in London. He said that you were not designed for poverty. You were not designed for little. You were not designed for least. You weren't designed for hand-me-downs, and you weren't designed for the rest of what somebody else has. You were designed for the best, but you can only get the best once you start realizing that you were designed for the best. And once you really go after and have faith that is already yours. And once you do that, you're going to expose the people that need to be exposed for you to get to the income that you want. You're going to take the proper measures in your trading account, right? You're going to do everything that you really need to get to that next level because you already know and believe that is done, right? So Shawanda says, say it again. You weren't designed for poverty. You weren't designed for little. You weren't designed for least. You weren't designed for anybody's hand-me-downs, and you weren't designed for the rest. But that's all you're ever going to have if you don't believe that you were designed for the best, all right? So I thank you guys for listening to me this morning. I hope you go out into this week. You really take everything that we said into consideration, right? And not only take it in consideration right now, go out there and apply, right? These are the questions that I asked my team this morning, and I urge you to do this as well. I want you guys to plan your work and work your plan, because the more disciplined you are with your personal schedule, the more time freedom you're gonna have and the better your results are gonna be, okay? So you gotta begin with the end in mind. What is it that you want? And I'm here, I'll actually put this in the chat for you guys. So you guys can also copy this right here. So let me do this for you. Perfect. So you're gonna begin with the end in mind. What is it that you want? What is your goal? What are 3 things that you want to accomplish before you go to sleep today that are going to directly benefit that goal? What must you accomplish by Friday? Who is holding you to a higher standard daily? And who is helping you get to that next level? And the last question is, how many pips or dollars will you get each day or week in the market when you trade, right? And for those that are looking to go to chairman, you can adjust that as well to how many people are you going to prospect, how many new people are going to join your business. Go ahead, copy that and send that to the person that you say is here to hold you accountable, right? Don't just write it and keep it for yourself. Actually fill it out and have somebody hold you accountable, right? Because if nobody's holding you accountable, what's going to happen? You have no problem slacking off. Like, oh, I wrote that, but I'll do it next week. I tried. Did you really try if you don't have anybody that can say, all right, well, this is what you did right. This is what you did wrong. You did really good here. Let's maybe do this a little bit different. If you don't have anybody you're game planning or working with, that means you're still in your old mentality and you haven't grown. And you can't grow until you exchange what you know for what's working and what's already been proven to work. So I appreciate you guys. Let's have an amazing day. Let's go ahead out here with some music. Let me see what song we're gonna do. I like Lions in a While. We're gonna stick with that today, all right? So let me go ahead and share that. And you guys have a great day.
Looking out for a new horizon, reaching out.